Welcome to Chucky Radio. Theme music by Joseph McDade. JosephMcDade.com. What is Chucky Radio? Well, I have a tendency to tell stories, and when I start getting into my storytelling mode, my friends dubbed it Chucky Radio, hence the idea for this podcast. So the question for this podcast is, what is your best college story? Well, I'll tell you one of my best college stories. College was like the best 8 years of my life. And it all started early on. I decided, hey, you know what? I wanted to be involved in a social organization. Fraternity seemed like a cool thing to do. So I ended up joining a fraternity. And part of the process of becoming a fraternity member is you got to go through pledgeship. So I actually have here on the line with me one of my pledge brothers. This is Jace. What's up, Jace?
Hey, how's it going, man?
So one of the best experiences of college was going through pledgeship. And I met Jace here. Jace, we were close. The fraternity, the going through pledgeship and everything is a bonding experience. And one of the best stories that I recall, and this is actually one of my favorite stories of my college experience, and one I've told several times, is when we were going through pledgeship that we had to do the scavenger hunt. You remember this?
I remember the scavenger hunt. And
so part of this whole process, doing the scavenger hunt to bring the pledges together, and they give them a bunch of crazy tasks. A few of the crazy tasks was having to take pictures in unusual places. I don't even remember. Where did we have to take pictures? I remember one of them was...
There was a gay strip club that we had to go to.
No, we didn't have to.
Yeah, it was.
No way. There was not a gay strip club.
And we had to go get the matchbook cover, like a set of matches from that place.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I do remember that. One of the places that we had to take a picture was in the middle of the night in front of the fashion college. Was it the Fountain? Botter Fashion College. It doesn't exist anymore. And we had to take a photo in front of the fountain in the middle of the night and not get caught by security. Didn't someone almost get caught?
I kind of remember someone getting in trouble there.
Right? Someone got in trouble at one point. But the one item on the list for the scavenger hunt that was kind of like the impossible item, because they always put like a few items on there that they never figured that we would get. And one of the items was we had to get a drunk chicken. You remember that, right?
Of course, that was your greatest moment in your life.
So I sometimes take on tasks. I'm like, I am determined. I am going to get this done. And so I took on the task of getting a drunk chicken. Well, the scavenger hunt's all night long, and we there was nowhere to get a chicken. I have no idea where to get a chicken. So me and one of the other pledge brothers, Chad, we decided, you know what? Close enough. Let's get a duck, because there are ducks at the park, right? It was close.
Only in your world is that close enough.
In my mind, having a duck was close enough to a chicken. I mean, they look alike. They're foul, And so I remember.
Are they of the same family? Do we know this for a fact?
I am a young college kid. In my young college kid mind.
No, I think you were 37 at this point. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think you were a sophomore at 37. You were on your way. That's a good thing.
And so
but I remember you were tasked with getting a drunk chicken. I think you're right. It was for Chad, and you decided to come back with a duck.
Well, and here's what we did. Chad and I guess I fished a little bit, so I had a fishing net in my car at home or something. And I remember taking this big fishing net, and we went down to the local park, Randall Mill Park, middle of the night. I don't know, it was like midnight, 1 o'clock, and we caught a duck. I don't even know how we caught it, because ducks are actually pretty fast. I mean, they can fly.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. You can't catch a duck that's sleeping.
I guess. That's probably what made it easier, is I was able to catch it because I caught one when it was taking a snooze. And so
you act like this was a big cat when you caught Moby Dick. You caught a fucking duck in a pond that you could walk across at Randall Mill.
Hey, it was the start of this, task. And so I caught the duck. Chad and I get the duck. Chad's holding the duck. I'm driving. We drive back to the fraternity house. And now we got to figure out how to get it drunk. And I had gotten a turkey baster. And we fill it.
This is terrible already.
We fill it with beer. I mean, beer. Beer's pretty harmless, I think. And so.
Gave him malt duck.
Well, we just
gave him malt duck.
Feed the duck malt duck.
You could have got duck drunk on malt duck. In my opinion, you won.
Hey, you know what? It could have been malt duck. I don't know. I just remember it was beer, and I remember having to get this duck to drink the beer by squirting the beer down its mouth.
This is horrible.
It was fine. I think the duck enjoyed it. I don't know. I mean, he just, he drank the beer.
Horrible.
So the best part of this story, at one point, we all have to convene. It was in the dance floor of the fraternity house in order to turn in all our items for the scavenger hunt. And this was probably, I'm going to say 3, 4 in the morning. Because I remember it was middle of the night. And everyone, turns in all their items and they start going through the list. Now, at this point, Chad and I had left the duck in the bathroom. And so we're sitting there and they're going through the list and they bring things off. And I mean, every pledge class, I think, got a good number of the items, but you're never going to get all the items. And so they were going through and we were doing pretty well. And then they get to the drunk chicken. And so I go and get the duck out of the bathroom. And so I bring the duck out and I put it into the center of the dance floor. And this thing, it's sitting there kind of walking, a little wobbly and everything. And I'll never forget, I think it was Priola. He looks at this thing and he looks at us. And I could tell they were trying not to laugh. But they look at us and they go, "What is this? This doesn't look like a chicken. This is a duck." And they were like screaming at us. But in the background, I could see several actors run out of the room because they were laughing so hard. And they were trying to like bust our balls because they were like, you did not accomplish the task. And I thought I did a pretty damn good job.
Of course, in your mind, you would have. This is a low point in my life, obviously.
This is quite a low point in all our lives.
I can't even believe I'm a part of this story.
You were there. You participated.
I did witness the fact that you turned in a duck when you were supposed to bring a chicken, but it was not they were upset.
So, Jace, what would you consider one of the best college stories?
I don't know. I'm still in college technically, so I got a ways to go. I think my best years are ahead of me.
Oh my! You still hang out at the local colleges, don't you? Yeah, I've heard about this. No, the scavenger hunt that you were talking about that you guys did after I transferred to San Diego, you guys had done that scavenger hunt, and you tell the story. I mean, Mike.
I wore these Cavarici jeans relentlessly the entire semester, every day, and I shit you not, every day. He had on these Cavarici jeans, and I'm pretty sure they were mine. He stole them from me. And finally, somebody tired of seeing him wear it, and they put in a scavenger hunt on us that we had to get the Cavaricis from him and then burn it at this scavenger hunt.
Right.
And,
so how did they get the Cavarici jeans from Mike? That's the big question I have.
We came to his apartment. Tackled him.
Oh my God!
Tackled him, pulled him off of him. To his sheer utter surprise, because he had no idea this was going to happen. So we tackle him, pull the Cavaricis off of him, and they run out with it. And he's stunned that this is happening. And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I pretend I'm just ignorant to the whole thing.
You're inactive at this point, so you're just helping the pledges.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure Mike wasn't going to beat him up, because Mike's pretty tough. So
yeah.
Now when you turned in the scavenger hunt, you would end up going to a camp out. And inevitably, everything got thrown into the fire.
Right.
At the camp out. And so his Cavaricis went in there, and I'm not going to lie, he was pretty upset. He was pissed.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
I mean, he loved those Cavaricis that were mine.
Oh, shit. Well, Jace, thanks for helping me tell this Chucky story. I appreciate it.
Have fun, man. I hope everything works out for you, bud.
Thanks, brother.
All right, man. Bye.
Well, that's one of my crazy college stories. There's many more, but that's one that really stood out. I will say that we ended up taking that duck back to the park and letting it go, and it was fine. And I really was trying to be conscious of the fact that I didn't want to hurt the duck. So the question was, what was one of your best college stories? And I'll say that was one of my best college stories, just from something that was absurd and fun. The fraternity actually turned out to be a great learning experience. And in those early days, pledgeship and just becoming inactive, a lot of it was just based around having fun, bonding, creating social relationships with the guys that we were just starting college together. Later on, I chose to become an officer in the fraternity, so it was a good learning experience for me. And ultimately, I met some really wonderful people, and it helped me become the person I am today. And for that, I'm thankful. Thank you for listening to Chucky Radio. Your support is appreciated. Feel free to go to chuckyradio.com and click the heart and show your support with a small donation. Until next time, peace and love, my brothers and sisters. This is Chucky Love, out.